So, as I have mentioned before, I am going to be revisiting each of the types, giving them their own separate video and applying some of my new ideas to them. It'll be a supplementary video to the original video that I did, so there'll be the 16 types ISTJ and then the ISTJ revisited video. Before I begin revisiting the types, however, I decided it would be important to separately introduce the format of these upcoming videos and several of the ideas and assumptions from which I'll be working, so I'm going to be doing that in this video. In each video of this revisiting series, I would like to begin by painting a brief picture of my updated experience with and perception of the particular type. These will take the form of a number of bulleted observations with my more or less unscripted commentary on those bullet points. I intend it more or less as a mnemonic for the mind's eye to accompany and remind one of the raw structure beneath the painting, which I hope will be found pleasing and appropriate to each respective type. After that, I will be going through the actual functions of the type, but I will be doing so in a rather new way. The first part will be concerning what I am currently terming, though without any deep meaning, the quote, conscious personality. Just to clarify, I'm not proposing any kind of definition. I know by saying it's the conscious personality, it is as though I'm digging into Jung. I'm not. This is very much my own idea. By it, I'm simply referring to the dominant and auxiliary functions. I call it the conscious personality simply because, in my own view of the function axes and personalities, the dominant and auxiliary functions are the direction of the flow of psychic energy in the axes and the focus of conscious control. As a result, they contribute far more fundamentally to the development of a person's character than the other two lesser functions. I should once again mention that I'm not going to be getting into shadow functions in these revisiting videos, which are sometimes associated with conscious and unconscious. That's not what I'm referring to, and I'm likely not going to be getting too much into that just because of limited time. Now, for the two lesser functions, these two are still very essential to truly understanding the personality, and I call them the unconscious personality. The personality, especially as they discover more about themselves, tends to become rather intrigued by these lesser functions, especially by the tertiary function. This intrigue is motivated primarily by a recognition of a certain lack in their own personality or deficiency in certain areas due to their focus on the more dominant functions at the expense of the lesser ones. In other words, the personality wants to make up for this difference and sees the presence of these functions as an answer to that. The personality may then even over-identify themselves with these functions, although they only serve to color the personality and are by no means its actual building blocks. So, in short, the analysis will be the conscious personality, which is my own way of referring to the dominant and auxiliary functions, and which forms the overall basis of a person's personality, while the unconscious personality is that aspect of the function axes that is very necessary, yet necessarily repressed to a certain degree, and therefore serves to color or round out the personality. For instance, with my own type, the INFJ, I will admit that NI and FE form the foundation or the basis of my personality, have been the filters through which my personality has formed. My TI and SE, while I do identify very much with them, they aren't the foundation, even if I might sometimes want them to be. They are an addition on that foundation that rounds out my character. So finally, I will end with a rather brief review of the type's relation to all of the other types, and hope that this will help bring further clarity to the nature of the type through comparison and contrast. So that's sort of my working plan of the format of these videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Of course, some of this might slightly change from video to video depending on what I think the best way to present the type is, so nothing's entirely set in stone, but this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So, yeah, just a quick introduction. So thank you for watching. My first video that I'm working on right now will be for the ISTJ. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in that video. Thank you.